Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Rebellion. So today I'm going to be switching things up a little bit. This is going to be a new series that I do. For those that don't know, I am part of a weekly D&D campaign, which I do on Friday nights with a group of friends, and we have some players in there who don't want their names getting out, so I'm going to do the best not to have any names get out. I'm doing some editing to keep everything away, and this has been a long time coming, but I finally got a session recorded. As you could see, I did it with my OBS and I recorded it all, so this will be the first time that anybody ever hears this campaign. um, it is a lot of fun. It is again on Friday night, so I've been recording it the last 2 weeks, and this is the first one that I was able to put out. Um, so I will be playing Imeri Certa's Paladin slash Celestial Warlock. She is currently at level 6, 4 in Paladin, 2 in Warlock. So I hope you all enjoy, and let's get right over to the intro. All right. So again, this is going to be the first one I do. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to record them all. So we are picking up on session 46. But here we go. Here is the weekly roundup of how the campaign went. Session 46. We'll begin with the players congregating in the house owned by Yordi, who was not present. They debated on their next move and decided for now not to reveal what they learned down in the Imperial Treasury until they had fully ascertained what its contents claimed. After their quick debate, they realized they were all quite hungry and left for the Dancing Night Tavern a few blocks away. As for what occurred in the Dancing Night, the party learned quite a few things there and plotted partially their next move. They learned House Fane, the auctioneers from so long ago, have possibly become bankrupt. They learned that they have a bit of a reputation for heroics in the city, and they also learned that the city's denizens are a bit on edge from the news of the raiders up in the north of Apara. Apara is the main city in which we live in and kind of came to be our home. And they learned that the Southern Commonwealth is mobilizing its forces. Yet the North is not mobilizing its forces, and things are quite quiet near the border of Amathion, which is Imeri Certa's home, in which she was the former Duchess. If you hear any hints to her being a former ruler of the area, it's because from a young birth she was raised to be the Duchess, and then when the fall of Amathion came with her family being destroyed, her brother being the only one to live, she was assumed dead. So the throne kind of passed to her brother, is the Dutch of Amathion. So that is kind of a little bit of history to Amathion. We could get more into that later in the campaign, but back to the notes. Inside the Dance of Night, there were 3 NPCs that the party could interact with besides the barkeep. Oriana, the bard from Callistra. Illyra, the vengeful, Renfrey-like NPC. And Corporal Rufus, a sort of comedic relief character who shows up from time to time. They interacted with the former 2 and not the latter. Aramel split off from the main group and interacted with Oriana and the two shared a cup of wine together. There was a bit of chinwag between the two, but Oriana asked Aramel why he fought, and she pointed out that it seemed obvious to her. She told him that it's a bit obvious that you left the forest because you couldn't stand idly by while the rest of the world burned. She was a bit assured in her assessment, but then Aramel asked about love and she didn't give a clear answer, as bards do. But she said it's something that changes with everyone over time, and he had lots of time to consider such things. He is an elf. After all, he was an elf. Soon the talk evolved into her speaking about a poem about a hero from the First Aparan Republic who gathered their allies to defeat a so-called Wolf King in a place called Vilslagen. The rest of the party met with Alira to negotiate her aid in completing another objective, the assassination of Ezilric, the Grand Regent of Amathion. Alira has stated that her goal is to get revenge against a certain wizard who experimented on her a long time ago. And in exchange for her aid, the party will help her and vice versa, but she said she had to gather some choice allies before they left for their various missions. With that, the party gathered, ate their food, drank their drinks, and left. Soon we found the party back at their home kind of base that they cleansed, and it's just outside of Apara. It kind of has become their home camp where they have came with training a local, I guess you could say, like mercenary group, I guess. Not mercenary, but more like militia that they have doubly named the Ranger Corps, and they are actually working with Apara and are kind of part of their like military branch. So we find the party at Camp Baterawix. The party would return and rest a bit, discussing various things with the various NPCs, learning a few things. A ranger has been named the Ranger's Kennel Master. Her name is Kaida. Uh, the Ranger's funding is running low, and Camp Baterawix has nearly completed its second palisade wall. Refugees from the north, where those raiders were, had come and gone. The party then dispersed in three interactions, which were important. The first, I actually have a clip saved and loaded up, as you could see, ready to go. I will play this. But the first being Vorthador and an NPC named Misty, wherein Vorthador told Misty of what they had learned in the Imperial Treasury and the knowledge about Valador, aka Aurelia. She was perplexed, but slowly seemed to understand. Then Vorthador asked Misty to carry on his legacy should he die, to which Misty did not hesitate to accept, given that she views him as a good friend and ally. So I will get over to this little clip here. So this will be between Vorthador and Misty.
The door, going after Misty. She stops as she hears him stomp forth.
Keep walking. Something wish to speak of from others' eyes and ears.
Walk, walk, walk.
They seem like they get to a fucking outskirt area.
Did not tell all that we find in treasury. Find clues to Valador. Leaves more questions.
Staring
These
and
books.
looking intently.
He pulls out the book for the line of Nylos, the line of Emperor
The, li-
Nylos.
the line of Emperor Nihilus. You pull it out. Thank you. That's what it's.
Yep. And then he goes to like basically the part where it starts talking about what was it, where they traced the heritage down to, I think Valador was actually mentioned by name.
Yes, the name Aurelia does come up.
Yeah.
Assumed
then
lost
he gives it
during
to
the
her.
scouring of Lothria. Or assumed killed, I should say.
And then he'll give it to her and just watch her intently.
She's slowly reading it. She's a bit of a slow reader, as you can see.
He waits patiently.
So this says that Valador was somehow related to the old emperor, and that she was killed in Lothria.
Lost was term
Lost.
used. And we
Lost.
know she wasn't.
Yes. So does that mean they genuinely didn't know that she was alive?
Do not know. Think when Chronicle was written, they did not know.
Or
Then they figure
someone
out.
or someone knew and simply omitted the truth.
Could also happen. There are 2 other books I have with. We'll keep that one too. Hard to explain this, because hard to understand. But do not think things will be the same for Valador. Do not even know if she will stay here.
Well, we can certainly try to convince her.
That is question. Should we convince? This is destiny, I think.
Is it?
Hard to say. Destiny's hand, hard to see. But I think of this. She is one of few who can travel between worlds. She knows far more than any of us will. How can you stay in a world like this knowing what you do?
Because the people that she loves are here.
Perhaps that is why she may not want to return. Perhaps she has to defend.
Perhaps.
Cannot say for sure. Have not spoken.
So,
Have much questions.
okay. So that's what was in the vault, besides money, essentially.
Well, that and Emperor himself.
What?
Yes. Do
Dude,
not understand it either. Thought you humans died much earlier.
he was down there.
Yes, insane.
He, he got trapped down there then?
I do not understand either. Voices spoke to him. Do not know if it was the enemy or ours.
the enemy,
But
the Pharaoh's former companions. They seem to have,
yes,
some of them seem to have a lot of influence, or used to have a lot of influence. It wouldn't surprise me if one of them had the Emperor's ear.
I think voices I speak of are the ones they serve. That is, if they were the foes.
Right. This is a lot to consider. I admit this is a bit much for me to grasp.
There is
Wrap my head
reason I
around.
tell you this.
Why?
Because possibility this one will die in coming war. Trust you to carry on. Enroll.
She's sort of stunned for a moment. And there's almost this like look of not defeat, but almost a little bit of, I wouldn't say pride, but almost like acceptance. And then she looks at you, Vort, looks at you very deeply, and you're right. Even if this war doesn't kill you, you're not long for the world, Vort.
To be clear, should not be alive by now. Do not know why still am. Whether it is Emperor's will or something else, cannot tell. But duty remains. This war must end. And my way must pass on. You understand?
I do. Okay.
So I give you choice here. I teach you my way. Way of Derthugalesh. And you pass on as one of us. Or you do not enter this life, and clan dies with me. It is a hard decision to make.
No, it's not. You're you've been a better father to me than mine ever has. To be better, I suppose. Well, yeah. More like a father figure, I should say. But yes, I accept.
The next interaction actually was the third interaction, but we will skip around because the importance of the second one was kind of a little, had held more weight to it than the second one. But the next interaction that we're going to listen to was between Imeri and a representative of her patron god, the goddess Aurea. This representative was a Valkyrie that could shift into the form of an owl. But this representative told Imeri that their mother was busy and had to send her in her stead. But she had told Imeri that something was coming and would test her resolve again, and that she needed to be a light in the darkness, and left Imeri with a gift, a +2 dagger that did an extra 1d12 to fiends, undead, monstrosities, aberrations. But soon their talk was interrupted when a falling star shrieked across the sky from the north. So let's go ahead and take you to that moment.
Okay. You head back to camp. Finally, Imiri, you are in the woods by yourself. Yes.
Correct. Staring up at the eastern mountains, pondering home and why she hasn't felt that non-regret lately.
Gnaw of regrets. That
She was
is a
pondering why she
great.
hasn't felt it since Aurea came back. Is Aurea blocking it? She remembers seeing Aurea in the war gear. Is she fighting a battle that Imiri doesn't know? Pondering a lot right now.
Hmm. Would you like to roll a wisdom check, or is the insight, or is there anything in particular?
Insight is better than wisdom. What about religion?
I'll let you roll religion if you'd like. Oh, wonderful. So, as you're sitting wherever you're sitting, looking at the eastern mountains, you notice in a tree nearby there is a owl that lands on one of the tree's branches and looks down at you and locks eyes with you. And time slows for a moment.
Muriel put out her hand with her finger out as like a perch for the owl.
The owl takes flight, and while it is flying down towards you, it assumes a new form. It comes down and is in the form of basically a Valkyrie.
I am a
As
thief.
it,
Oh wait, no, never mind.
and it stops right before you and looks down at you. It's about 8 feet tall. It's shining this brilliant, radiant light that only really you can see, but not be blinded by. As it looks down at you and looks right, left, and back, and looks back at you.
Do I know if this is Aurea?
This is not Araya. Araya would be taller.
Hello, sister.
Thought you'd be taller.
Hello, sister.
What brings you here?
Here? To watch over you. Have you noticed that our mother is absent?
Unfortunately, I have.
Our mother is busy and sends me in her stead to speak to you. This thing doesn't really have a particular voice. Its voice is almost distorted when it speaks. Almost like speaking through almost like a radio, it sounds like, to our ears.
Whoa.
And what does Mother have to say?
What does she have to say? That you are starting to learn more of the world than perhaps most of us would ever learn. that even she is not fully wise to. The wisest among us, not the wisest among us. You must discern truth from what you found below in that dank crypt.
As far as Feyre, or
No, truth of this world's sister. And your love. Well, it is one of the reasons you fight, is it not?
one of the reasons.
Then that is all you need to continue your fight. But, having said that, soon you will be tested again, not by our mother, but by things beyond us. They're coming. They are coming, and you must be the light once again for many. I am only here to make sure that you do not blind yourself. Can you do that?
Of course.
Good. You will need this. And it holds out its hand. In its right hand, it has a very long spear with it. It's very radiant. But when it holds out its left hand and it holds it towards you, it produces a dagger of sorts. Very immaculate looking dagger that radiates a little bit of light. Light that only you can see, it seems.
Mary will grab the dagger.
You will know when the time comes to use this, and it will be soon.
Well, may it strike down our mother's enemies.
Not just our mother's enemies. The mother protects not only us, but many, many others.
And then the final interaction, which I believe has the most importance, was between Gory and Feyre. Gory was worried that Feyre was being chastised by the other Rangers for her earlier betrayal. To kind of touch up on that a little bit, Feyre and Imeri are a couple. They fell madly, and then it turns out that there was a spy in their midst all along. And Feyre, on an island, they have learned that Feyre was the spy. She was the traitor. And in a huge battle with Feyre's sister, and during that battle, Feyre fell. But in that falling, she rose up from the grave in a white searing light, wings sprouting from her back, sword in hand, as she was temporarily made a Valkyrie herself. So that's a little bit of backstory into that. Feyre, upon it getting out that she was the traitor, was having a tough time. So Gory was worried that Feyre was being chastised by the other rangers for her earlier betrayal. Yet Feyre said that she was being treated fairly. But that wasn't why she was out. Gory found Feyre at a pond, skipping stones across the water. The two talked about their past and how Feyre said that she was starting again for the third time in her life, but unfortunately, their talk was interrupted by the falling star. So let's get back to that part. Let me take you right there. So this is going to be the talk between Gory and Feyre.
That
Target practice.
she went somewhere outside of the camp, just north of it.
She'll track her down.
Her trail is pretty obvious, so you're able to find it.
So what's she doing?
She is at a very small pond, and she's tossing stones into the pond, skipping them across the water.
He just kind of walks over. Target practice, huh?
Target practice.
You don't want to use a bow? You prefer to throw rocks?
There's something satisfying about the rocks skipping across the water. I don't know if a bow could do that, or an arrow could do that.
Lori's gonna take out a bow and take out her arrow. She's gonna attempt to do something stupid. She's gonna try to skip the arrow across the fucking water.
Roll an attack. If you roll a nat 20, it might work.
Let's see what happens. Oh, this is funny. Oh, damn it.
The arrow shoots, hits the water, tips up, and sinks down. Very slowly.
Well, I guess we know
Feyre
you can't
follows
do
up
that.
with a throw of the rock, skipping it across the water once, twice, 3 times, and then it sinks.
She'll pick up a rock and do some tossing as well.
So at this point, the sun is just beginning to set over the eastern mountains.
Getting dark. Well, how'd you come out here by yourself?
How did I come out here by myself? Or why
What
did I?
had you? Why, yes.
Just thinking is all.
Has the, well, they say it, the chastisement, has that gotten better?
Much better.
That's good. Any thoughts you care to share? So just kind of sit down next to her.
What comes from others is insubstantial to what comes from my own mind.
I feel like I might have read that in a book somewhere.
Probably.
What does come from your mind then? That you'd
Regrets.
be willing to tell me.
Lots and lots of regrets. You know, technically I'm dead on paper, right?
I guess so.
And I still haven't really chosen a new name to operate under.
Regret and new name. Sounds like you want to try to start over.
Something like that. Though I don't think it would be the first time.
Maybe not.
This would be number 3, I think.
Number 3.
I only ever knew one person as a dad. Then you, I know, got to know him very well, fortunately.
Who was that?
The Viagos.
Ah. Well, not everybody who goes around doing things is a bad person, I guess. We just end up being on different sides.
I don't know about that.
Well, maybe
These,
he is. You know him better than me.
I don't know. These hands of mine, she puts 2 stones in her hands and starts to rub them back and forth in between her hands. They've ground people to dust, these hands of mine. But they're like that arrow that you let loose a few moments ago. I don't think he's my real father, obviously. We don't look alike in that respect. And truth be told, I don't know who my real parents are. Iagos is certainly not my birth father or my real father or whatever it is. I never met my mother.
Family can be difficult sometimes.
You know what he would used to call me? Call me Little Bird. And it turns out that I became a little bird drenched in red. My path paved with corpses as she throws another stone in the water.
And these are things you regret then.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think on it, I think I can relate to some in some way. My father was, well, I mean, an orc, so you can probably guess what he was about. War, fighting, conquering. He wasn't always like that, but that was usually how he was, and that was usually what was expected of everyone. And I did my best to keep up, but with the heart that I was given when I was young, I could not do it like the other orcs. I had to find a different way. There came a time when I had to make a choice on whether I suppose I wanted to be more like him or be more like my own mother. I made my choice. I chose him. Not because I didn't like my mother, but because in some ways I felt like I needed to do it because I wanted to beat what was inside of me. Couldn't beat it. Not until later, sort of. But it didn't really change much. Then my mother left. She's a drow. Very old. Still beautiful, but very old.
As we get to see the history between these two begin to unfold, the falling star shoots across the sky. As the last streak of fire tears a scar across the night sky, the camp stirs. Rangers rise from their bedrolls, hands drift to hilts. Every eye follows that blazing wound as it vanishes beyond the northern hills. There is no debate. Within minutes, the company is mounted, joined by the frontier rangers, cloaks snapping in the chill wind as they ride hard toward whatever fate just fell from the heavens. North of Apara, the road gives way to a broken trail, and the last manned outpost fades behind them as wilderness swallows the world whole. By the time true night takes hold, fog begins to spill down from the hills like a living thing, creeping, pooling, swallowing the lowlands. And there, in a wide open field, you see it, a tree. From its branches hangs a man, stripped open, disemboweled, his lifeless form swaying gently in the mist. Beneath him, a dozen undead claw in reach, fingers scraping uselessly at his boots. And then the party sees more. 2, 3, more bodies. All strung high, all gutted, all baiting the dead like hooks in a nightmare. As the party moved through the woods, deciding to avoid fighting the undead, Imeri made and Miss Steele made vows to come back and cleanse these men of the evil that was brought upon them. This place is a trap. Reluctantly, the party turns away, promising that they will return. But something else drew their attention. High in the northwest hills, flickering faintly through the fog, a lone flame burns. Caught by Amiri, they decide to go investigate. As they approach, they realize that the fire is no camp. It is a geyser, steaming, hissing, bleeding heat into the cold night, birthing the mist that blankets the valleys that scattered around it. There they see eggs, large, leathery, draconic, dragonborn eggs. And standing near them, small, red-scaled, clutching a stick like a spear, is a hatchling. He introduces himself simply as Jan. Jan is barely a month old, yet already speaking, already standing, already surviving. He tells the party that when Dragonborn are few, they build hatching grounds in warm places. That he was the first to emerge, and that his kin, the warriors who were meant to protect them, were driven off weeks ago by bad men who brought monsters. So the party decides to leave Kaida and a handful of rangers behind to guard Jan and their eggs. And Kaida, softening that hardened voice, begins telling him stories beneath the drift and fog. The rest of the party disembarks as they follow the trail of blood and footprints spotted by Gory, straight into the village of Vilsaglin, where we get the midnight sermon. The town is dead, doors hung open, homes sit hollow. At its center, a single building remains untouched, a church. Inside, the air is cold. And then, as they walk in, they hear a voice telling them to sit down. Masteel, Vorthador, and Imeri step inside. The doors slam shut. The windows shudder. And the figure tells them to sit down once more. As they do, they get the midnight sermon. Let's take you to the midnight sermon.
North.
But we don't get to see them. Okay.
Maybe they're a third group. Maybe they're an unrelated group. Oh my god!
Wait, do we get to see the
What is
windows
going
shut, or
on?
like are they just
Oh,
closing?
Lord.
Oh my god.
Yes, the windows do shut.
Shit.
Slam!
We got a wham.
Thank you for coming to the midnight sermon. The hour grows late for our new guests, who are so rude as to not take a seat.
Does Vor recognize what these
As
creatures are?
for you, new guests, I have but one question for you. What is the value of a single mortal's soul?
Oh, okay.
A single what soul?
Mortal's soul.
Um,
And you do see these
do these look like
undead.
Dragonborn?
Yes, they do. And it looks like they were disemboweled at one point.
And Mary looks at Vorthador. I think we found him.
Ford looks at the person on the stand.
You ask me same question another did.
Yes. What is your answer then?
Value in so much as what mortal can do.
Is that your final answer?
Yes,
One mortal soul, once tied to the mortal coil, what becomes of it afterwards? It becomes nourishment for the dirt, for the soil, for the plants, but most importantly, it becomes nourishment for us. And yours, your flesh, theirs, will be so delectable, Dragonborn. I invite you in here because I know you do not wish to share the same fate as your cousin. once. I offer you and your companions this one chance to leave, or better yet, to understand. What is your choice?
He just looks at this thing.
Man.
Would it be bad if I just cast Champion Challenge right now?
Before I answer, wish to know, what is it about Dragonborn that draws you to us?
Is it not simple? Surely you would know. Dragonborn, one who jests about ingesting the flesh of others, of so-called soft skins. Their meat is delectable, soft, tiresome. Yours, theirs, is not. And after they are risen once again, it becomes so monstrous, so beautiful. It is a taste that you or I, well, you may never know, but I am simply waiting for, have been for so very long.
What are you?
That would be telling, wouldn't it? Think of me as a carrion lord. But that's not exactly what I am.
You're a necro.
Have you ever been hungry in your life before? Truly hungry, starved.
Yes. Your point.
My point. There are times when food runs out, when things do not become so clear cut as what one should, would, or would ever eat. We first date each other. Well, not each other, I should say. Those who we found, or who were unfortunate to find us. We ate them first. But then they kept coming. The risen. And when those who came before ran out, we had no other choice than their risen to eat. So we are here to eat them. But you, your friends, your whatever they are out there, do you know what the worth of a single mortal soul is bait. Roll initiative.
There it is.
Oh, well, alright.
Okay.
Everybody rolling, right?
We're gonna kill
I
him.
really, I knew I should have did it before he was done talking.
Nah, that was
Oh,
good
hey, Aaron.
information.
Oh, I'll take 22. I'm fucking ready. For the first time in my life, I am fucking ready.
And then battles commence. The walls explode outward as the church becomes a slaughterhouse. There are many key points in this battle. As we see the priests, dragonborns twist, bone snapping, flesh stretching, until a towering, antlered, Wendigo-like abomination, which what the corpse of a dragonborn, stands where a man once was. As this priest becomes a Wendigo-like abomination. Consumption. Then the undead surge. Cultists pour in from outside. As battle begins, you hear steel ringing. Spells scream. Imiri is nearly torn apart in one brutal strike. Masteel is swallowed by corpses. Vorthador feels the bite and the sickness crawling through his blood. Rangers clash in the streets. Feyre rushes to Imiri's side, dragging her back from death itself. Misty nearly brings the monsters down with Vorthador's own technique, and as Consumption tries to flee, a fireball from Elias engulfs him. The Carrion Lord burns, screams, and is no more. Slowly the undead fall. One scatters into the fog. I'm going to take you to a couple key points from this battle. The first being Consumption's attack. That damn near left Imiri dead. His battle rages on. Consumption gets his first attack. What you gonna do?
Okay. So they're going to try to bite you, Imiri.
Consumption is?
Yes.
Oh,
Big dog.
he about to get bit.
Oh.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh.
Oh dear.
You know, I'm glad you guys are doing well on the outside.
Oh,
Talking a lot of smoke. Talking a lot of smoke about your armor class. Only to get oh, that's unfortunate.
And if
This
these guys
is-
got a shitty bite, then that
This
guy...
is piercing damage.
Oh,
There's
Ooh,
34 points of piercing damage. Roll a Constitution save, please.
Ugh.
No, you
Oh.
were one off from the.
fuck!
Well, the paladin is now infected, everybody. God is
I'm
dead.
trying to
No,
think.
no,
Isn't
no.
there something that prevents paladins from being poisoned? Disease?
You're an
Oh.
elf. Don't you have
No.
That's
something
charm.
like that?
And then you also
That's
take the
charm.
charm.
Oh,
That's-
dwarves
that's
get
bad.
that.
Dwarf.
So you
Dwarves get
take
that.
12 points of necrotic damage.
Oh no,
No.
elves get resistant or
So
immune to
34.
disease.
46. What is your max HP?
Um, 38.
Night night.
You are down.
Night night.
Oh,
Oh, wait.
What?
Is this
Oh my
is it
God.
time? Is it time?
Time for
it's
what?
time.
No.
Ah,
Fortunately.
no, Araya.
Ugh.
Look, the
Rhea
Valkyrie came
is
in and gave
busy.
you the dagger. Ray is busy right now. Please leave a message.
After the motherfucking beep.
So that hit rendered Imiri pretty much dead at that point. The next big part came about the next turn when we come up to Elias Guard. The sorcerer of the group.
I move there. And I cast Mage Hand and hand it a spare potion I have. Let's see what level I got.
Go on there, old champ. Get it on in the gullet.
Go on, get
Back
up,
in-
paladin
get-
up, old friend.
Get back in there. I have not given you leave to die. Get back in there.
Get in there!
I am the law and the lash, and you'll die when I say you'll die.
All right.
But yeah, Mage Hand, going out with the health pot for Emery.
How much is that?
Normal, it's a normal health pot.
That's what?
2d4
2d4?
plus 2.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
And ooh, double crits.
Oh.
Ooh,
All right.
okay.
All right. All
Back to 10
right.
HP.
Now get
We
the fuck out of
arise.
there.
All right, we're up again. We're up.
You are up. It's not your turn. Not yet. Elias, is there anything else you'd like to do with your...
An explosion, please.
Bro, I did not take, I don't have a slot to get, like, the one where it's, like, allies take less from an AoE spell. That would be so huge to have, but I don't have it.
Somebody
Dude,
needs to.
if I get next level, I'll be immune to fire. You could throw that at me all day.
He also changes like the.
I can change my fireball into different elements.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna hold on to my sorcery points for dire emergencies, so that's it for me.
Yeah, this seems like a better idea as we get the fuck out of the church and pull them out.
Yeah, that would be really wise.
If this thing can even leave the church, it seemed to be bound there.
If it's bound, then that's cool. We'll just waste the others and then recover a little bit, then get back in.
That's true.
Miri, I believe it is your turn now.
Okay, well, we are going to start off with a. Where's the? There it is. Come on. 21.
Mm.
Ooh, that hits. Roll damage.
Smite the bitch.
After dying, she's gonna two-hand this thing because she's pissed.
That's fair.
Very good. Very good.
Man, what are all those fucking numbers? Jesus.
Yeah, hold on a sec.
Is it 19?
Radiant
I guess with
damage
some
against
radiant
undead.
damage?
Yep.
Oh wait, 14 slashing. Oh wait, oh it's adding. Oh.
Okay.
It's one
That's
or two
weird.
hands.
So 33 total?
14.
33
33
plus
total.
as a bonus action on the hit. I'm gonna use Divine Smite.
This thing might pop.
Oh yeah, radiant against fiends or undead.
Yeah.
If it
Yeah, where
that,
is the
that's
extra 19 coming from?
What is it?
Sorry,
It
that's-
says against
So
fiends or
slashing.
undead.
So you said you two-handed it, so the slashing is 14,
14.
and then it was already radiance. The sword is already radiant.
Is the sword already radiance?
It's our yes, it's a silver encased sword which does extra radiance to undead and
Okay,
Oh
so
yes.
then
So
that is
then
the 14 plus the 19, and radiant, if I remember correctly, doesn't that is that doubled or does that only apply when you're attacking undead?
Only against undead, I believe. And
Okay, so
fiends.
yeah, that's where because she's two-handing it, so there's 33,
yeah,
and
Okay, so
then
33
another
total.
5.
33 total. Yeah.
But
plus
where's the to hit? Like,
21.
oh, there it is. There it is.
21.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so she hit it. So you did. Oh wow! Hold on. Let me make sure I
you hit
read
me,
this.
I hit you.
It's 38 damage total.
Make sure I'm not missing something
That's
here.
that D&D Beyond right there. I don't know nothing about that shit. I'm
Okay.
old school. I don't know shit about it.
All right, nice hit. It's wounded quite a bit. Yeah, the
I think they
monster
just
is
rolled.
undead. So yeah, it did roll it. The extra D8, I believe.
Isn't
Yes,
it
it did.
2d8 base? I thought it was 2d8 for a level 1 spell, plus an extra d8 if it's an undead, no?
If I'm reading this right, 2D8.
Takes 2d8 radiant from attack. The damage is increased by 1d8 if targeted by.
She's missing 1d8 from that smite.
So 1d8.
Okay, roll another D1D8 then.
And you only did a first level smite?
Come on. Oh,
Oh,
Alright, 6.
all right.
Thank goodness!
well,
You
that was
sliced this-
all you needed.
You
Yep.
fucking thrust your sword in this thing's back as it turned it away from you, and suddenly it's just hit with all this holy energy, and then at the very end, as you're pulling it out, you're just like, hold on a second, a little bit more, just tase him essentially with.
You zap him. Hi.
2 for
Yeah.
flinching.
Yeah.
And then as we come around up on the next turn, Miss Steele ends up making all undead flee from the power of his god. We're going to take you to Consumption's final
Quite glorious.
Very well, and incinerated I shall. Fireball!
Yeah, I was
Too
waiting.
much damage. Oh my god.
Nah, I figured that.
Oh.
This dude's running around like, oh, the light. Ooh, there's another one.
Oh,
Just
that completely gets rid of what I was gonna misty step out and then run after it.
man.
Don't worry, there's plenty of things to kill in front of me.
We are an efficient kill team. We are not about to let this fucker get away.
First you hit him with the second coming of Jesus, then you hit him with the burning bush.
And it failed its
8d6
DC,
plea.
so
I was
8d6
plea.
of fire damage.
one
Jesus
turn
Christ.
away.
Oh,
Well, we have
no.
AK is
officially
like-
eliminated the enemy.
AK is like a fucking pack gun in fucking the Battle of the
Holy
Bulge.
moly.
Just waiting for this fucker to cross the street and then
Stand back, I'll show you how it's done.
Boom! All of the windows in the church get fucking exploded.
Just shatter like fuck.
Ah, that's irritating. Ah.
Fighter Gewehr Granate.
And the doors on one of these go flying off their hinges.
Steady on, chaps. We're checking the kitchen sink, Adam.
It is dead. Nice job.
Oh,
Kill.
it's charred.
Consumption is now burned to a crisp.
And then the one on the outside escapes. The battlefield grows quiet. The mist still coils through the ruined streets. The dragonborn eggs still steam in the hills. The infection does not creep in Vorthador's veins anymore. The Zymiri cures him and Missteel. And somewhere out there, from what they learn, something is still hungry. The party now stands at a crossroads, and the world is watching. I hope you all have enjoyed this little replay and sum up of the session. This was a 5-hour session that was condensed into a hour and 11 minutes. And I hope you that all enjoyed this. Let me know if this is something that you guys would enjoy hearing more of. I have no issue at all doing every session from now on a weekly basis. So, again, I hope you all enjoyed this. And remember that rebellions are built on hope.